APPAC. I am a student here at UTD, and I am very honored to be up here offering you the first official welcome of the night. But before the event officially kicks off, I just want to take a minute to remind everyone of what is approaching. Does anyone know what's coming up exactly a month from today? I can't hear anyone. Speak up. I want to hear it all at once.
Election.
There we go. Yes, the midterm election. That means that 435 seats in the House of Representatives and 35 seats in the Senate will be contested. So this is just a friendly reminder to everyone to please exercise your right to vote. We do have a table set up for those of you who are not registered to vote. With that, we will officially be kicking off this program in the best way we know how, with the recitation of the Holy Quran. Doing that tonight will be our very own youth, Haris Nadim, followed by the translation by another one of our youth, Atika Malik.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء.
I seek protection in Allah from Shaitan, the rejected one. In the name of Allah, the compassionate, the merciful. And hold firmly to the rope of Allah altogether, and do not become divided. And remember the favor of Allah upon you when you were enemies, and He brought your hearts together.
I would like to request everybody to please stand up for the National Anthem of the United States of America.
Assalamu alaikum. It is my distinct honor to be addressing a room full of students and young professionals at APPAC's first Youth Leadership Forum. I have had the privilege of getting to know many of our young leaders at planning meetings, and for those I have not yet met, I hope to connect with you as we work to build a platform to inspire, develop, and lead the next generation of Pakistani Americans and our greater DFW community. So while I have been tasked with welcoming you to tonight's event, what you may not realize is you have arrived. You are here with a purpose. You realize how quickly our world is changing, and you are here to make a difference. We hope you leave tonight inspired to push yourself beyond your comfort zones. And at the very least, you go home having made some new friends tonight. We hope you have come hungry for inspiration and leave feeling as though the world is at your fingertips. Without further ado, let's proceed with the program. At this time, I would like to invite the president of APPAC up on stage. Imtiaz Rahi is a law graduate from SM Law College, Karachi, a builder by profession. He completed his construction management from NYU in New York. He is a very famous political activist, a TV talk show host. He and his daughter, Dr. Gulay Rahi, both were Democrat committee members for several years in the county of Nassau, New York. He was a former chairman of PACOLI, that is Pakistani American Community of Long Island, New York. And recently he moved to Dallas, and we elected him as our president of the Dallas chapter of APPAC. Please join me in welcoming Imtiaz Rahi.
Dear sons and daughters, you are our hope. You are our future. And you are the flag carrier of our faith, culture, and rich traditions. We have a vision that after a few years, many of you will be serving this nation as great leaders in the positions of higher responsibility, where your policies will make a big difference in the life of millions of Americans and billions of the people in the entire world. Your role as a leader, wherever you would be, should be the best of the best, so that the generations can remember your service and your name is well written in the books of the history. When we came to this country, we were first generation, we worked hard. My dear sons and daughters, we gave you good education, we gave you good food, and we did every possible best thing for you to come up to a point where you could take over. We did very well. Why? Because we got some ethical values from our forefathers, and we are very proud of that. Now it is the time for you to step forward. Take over the baton from uncles and aunties. Run forward with the fresh blood and energy. We are looking forward to you as a second generation, that you can achieve what we could not. We have a dream that one day we watch TV and someone of you delivering an intellectual speech in the houses of Senate or Congress and getting a round of applause from the House acknowledging your leadership skill. That's it. That's our dream. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to produce a crop of leadership from our youth and give back to this nation as a thank you note who gave us everything. Let us generate the leadership which could unite and lead the world and teach all how to live together. We need leaders who could bring peace and justice for all in the entire world, and not to work for the interest groups who provide money to the politicians, and then those politicians run their campaigns with that money, and in return they work against the interests of millions of the poor of this country. I want to call my board of directors over here so that everybody could see who are the people behind the curtain.
I would now like to invite Mayor Rick Stoffer and Dr. Amir Qureshi to award those individuals who helped recent local elections throughout the DFW area.
Great. Okay. So do you guys know that there are 74 nationalities in Irving, in the city of Irving? And Irving is among the top 100 US cities. These are the facts about Irving. And then another one is we have the most diverse zip code in the nation, which is 75038. Yeah, Mayor is here, so I have to be confident that it's the right one. And there was one city council seat in Irving, which one councilman won by one vote. And that was in 2015, I believe. And that story was probably the only story in the nation. And that one vote came from a young Muslim disabled person. His ID was expired when he went to cast his ballot. And they let him cast a provisional ballot. And he had to come back and cure his vote, which saved the city of Irving $70,000. And those $70,000, they could be used to build a road, to hire a police officer, or to do anything else. So this is how much every single vote is important. So I want every youth here to make sure that you're plugged into any campaign. Make sure that you are working with one of the campaigns, because this is the only way going forward. You can't just sit outside and wait for a day when things will change. Why we chose Mayor Rick Stouffer to come here? Because he has a great story that he's going to share with you.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for the privilege for me to be here tonight. And it truly is a privilege to be in front of so many young people and so many people that are committed to our communities and the communities that you all live in. Mine is kind of a strange story. I grew up in a little town in South Dakota of about 6,000 people. I started working in a car dealership when I was 10 years old, washing cars. I eventually was taken under the wing of the owner, and at one point we owned over 33 dealerships in the Midwest. I had the opportunity, my wife was a tenured university professor. She had the opportunity, and I wanted her to take that opportunity to get into the business world. For the last 30 years, she just retired in August. She was the U.S. representative for IBM education. And so it was important to me that she achieve her goals and her values as well. So it's important to me that each and every one of you achieve your goals and your objectives. The way that that happens is being involved in your community. Now there's all different kinds of ways to do this. And I'll start out, let me back up a little bit. First of all, the importance of voting. I voted when I was 18 years old. My mother was a precinct chairwoman. My father was involved, and I've never missed a vote, and I'll be 64 years old this year. I've never missed an election. It is the most important thing you will ever do, because if you cannot take the time, the few minutes that it takes to do that, you really can't complain about what's going on in your country, in your city, in your state. You have to take that commitment.
Midterm elections are coming. Please do register for vote if you are not registered, and if you are registered, it is mandatory on you to go out and vote. How many of you, just one question, I'll be done. How many of you like to complain? When I see something wrong, can I see a show of hands? Anybody who does not like to complain, everybody likes to complain, right? If you see something wrong, if you hear something wrong, you like to complain. And if you want to complain, which I want to do, when I see something wrong, you have to vote. If you don't vote, you have no right to complain.
All right, thank you all. Thank you all for number one, for serving. Number two, for helping and coming here and talking to our wonderful youth, and also making, all this effort and all the time that you guys spend all to keep our cities, our communities, and, and our neighborhood vibrant and safe and all of the wonderful things that you do.
On behalf of APPAC, I think I'm going to announce that we should have a scholarship fund for the youth so we can send them to Washington to get some trainings. So I'll donate $1,500 as a seed money and hope with time it will grow and all the others will contribute into it. And we'll try to increase this scholarship fund. Thank you everybody. I think this is the end of the program.
मेरा नाम डॉक्टर दाऊद नासिर है और मैं APPAC का चेयरमैन हूँ इस साल के लिए। तो हमने आज यूथ कन्वेंशन की है अंडर द बैनर ऑफ APPAC। उसमें 250 से ज़्यादा लोग जो हैं उन्होंने शमूलियत की है, बच्चों ने, उनके पेरेंट्स भी आए थे, तो तकरीबन 500 लोग थे। इसका मकसद ये था कि यूथ को बताना कि दे शुड एंगेज इनटू सिविक ड्यूटीज़, जैसे कि काउंसिलमैन थे, मेयर जो हैं अरविंद के वो भी आए थे, और काउंसिलमैन जो थे ही वॉज ऑल्सो हेयर, काइल टेलर थे, और जो रिक थे ही वॉज अ मेयर, ही ऑल्सो केम ओवर हेयर। उसके बाद कुछ कैंडिडेट जो कॉन्टेस्ट कर रहे हैं, जैसे पैक्सटन थी, एंजेला पैक्सटन, वो भी आई थी। तो एक पैनल हमने बनाया, जो काउंसिलमैन जो पाकिस्तानी जो ऑलरेडी इलेक्टेड थे वो भी, और मेयर और काउंसिलमैन ये जो हैं काइल टेलर ये भी आए। इन्होंने यूथ को बताया अपनी लाइफ स्टोरी एंड दे इंस्पायर द यूथ कि हाउ दे केम इनटू दिस पोजीशन एंड दे शुड आल्सो सीक दिस पोजीशन फ्रॉम द वेरी बिगिनिंग। उन्होंने काफ़ी गाइडलाइंस भी दी हैं और उन्होंने वादा भी किया है कि वो इंटर्नशिप शुरू करेंगे हमारे यूथ के लिए, so that youth can get engaged at a very early stage, and if they want to pursue this career they can do that. ऐसी इवेंट हम और भी करेंगे। हमने फिर एक स्कॉलरशिप को भी अनाउंसमेंट की आज कि हम एक स्कॉलरशिप फंड्स बनाएंगे ताकि वो यूथ को इंटर्नशिप अगर उनको भेजना पड़े जैसे वाशिंगटन में या किसी और जगह, तो वी विल आल्सो हेल्प देम। सो आई थिंक इट इज़ अ वेरी वेरी सक्सेसफुल मीटिंग, वेरी सक्सेसफुल इवेंट, और हमारी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कमेटी ने बहुत अच्छा काम किया इसको अरेंज करने में।
मेरा नाम गुलाम राइच है और मैं तकरीबन इस कम्युनिटी में 40 साल से हूँ और बहुत एक्टिव थे हम लोग 1994 में, और हमने पॉलिटिकली एक्टिव किया था लोगों को वोटर रजिस्ट्रेशन के लिए। लेकिन ये इस काइंड का प्रोग्राम जो यूथ के लिए ये पहली दफ़ा हुआ है APPAC की तरफ से, और मैं एज ए डायरेक्टर बहुत हैप्पी फील कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि यूथ इन्वॉल्व है, और यूथ हम चाहते हैं कि अब हम तो रिटायर होने वाले हैं तो यूथ टेक ओवर करे। दिस प्रोग्राम वाज वेरी सक्सेसफुल एंड थैंक यू टू यूथ एंड द पेरेंट्स दोज हु हैव सपोर्टेड अस।
भाई मैं तो बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हुआ हूँ आके, और जो यहाँ जो नौजवानों से मिला हूँ और उनकी बातें सुनी हैं, बहुत अच्छा लगा है। और बहुत शुक्रिया जिन लोगों ने मुझे यहाँ बुलाया आज और मुझे मौका दिया।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम, मेरा नाम डॉक्टर कामरान अली है और मैं APPAC विच इज़ पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन पॉलिटिकल एक्शन कमेटी, उसका मैं प्रेसिडेंट इलेक्ट हूँ। तो ये जो फंक्शन है ये APPAC का विच इज़ अमेरिकन पाकिस्तानी पब्लिक अफेयर कमेटी। तो मैं इस पूरी टीम को बहुत ज़्यादा मुबारकबाद देना चाहता हूँ, और सबसे बढ़कर जो मेरे दोस्त हैं वो यहाँ इस वक्त नहीं हैं, डॉक्टर इजाज़ अहमद जो कि इसके फाउंडर हैं। और इट्स अमेजिंग क्योंकि मैंने इसको बनते देखा है, और मैं इस वक्त तकरीबन ये 2 साल हो गए हैं, और इतनी ज़बरदस्त गैदरिंग, और इसमें सबसे अहम बात यह है कि वो यहाँ मौजूद भी नहीं है। तो ये इतनी बड़ी कामयाबी है कि आपको के फाउंडर को मौजूद होने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है, और उसके पीछे जो आपके लोकल हैं इतने एक्टिव, इतने मोटिवेटेड हैं, उन्होंने इतना अच्छा फंक्शन थ्रो किया है। तो मैं आप सबको मुबारक देता हूँ, और मैं समझता हूँ कि हमें एक दूसरे को मजबूत करना है। कोई पैक है, कोई ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो अच्छा काम करनी है, हमने उसको मजबूत करना है, क्योंकि गोल एक है। जब गोल हमारा पाकिस्तान है या गोल हमारा पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन हैं, तो वो कोई भी काम करे तो बेसिकली तो वो हमारे साथ मिलकर काम कर रहा है, हमारी फेवर में काम कर रहा है। तो मैं APPAC को सपोर्ट करने के लिए आया हूँ, ठीक है। और इन्होंने भी हमारी एडवोकेसी कॉन्फ्रेंस को सपोर्ट किया था, और हर जगह जहाँ भी ऐसा फंक्शन होगा, कोई भी पैक करवाएगी, कोई भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कराएगी, कम से कम मैं ज़रूर जाऊँगा।
ये इवेंट हमने आज किया था कि यूथ इकट्ठे हों एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे, और लोकल पॉलिटिशियंस को हम बुलाएं और उनको इनके साथ इंटरेक्ट करें, इनके साथ गपशप लगाएं, इनसे क्वेश्चन आंसर करें, ताकि इनको इंस्पायरेशन हो कि कैसे हमने भी कल रन करना है मुख्तलिफ ऑफिस के लिए। तो अबाउट 400 यूथ और उनके पेरेंट्स यहाँ आए हुए थे और लोकल डिग्निटीज़ आए थे, तो बड़ा अच्छा हमने टाइम गुजारा है उनके साथ, यूथ के साथ और पॉलिटिशियन के साथ, एंड एवरीबॉडी लव्ड इट एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच TV1 USA। थैंक यू।
खालिद इसहाक डैलस टेक्सास से और प्लेनो से इन पर्टिकुलर, और ये हमने इवेंट सिर्फ इसलिए किया कि हम चाहते थे कि हमारी नेक्स्ट जनरेशन, हमारे यूथ, हम हमारे लीडर्स को देखें, इंस्पायर हों, उनको पता चले कि ये कोई बहुत बड़ी चीज़ नहीं है और इट्स इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर देम, क्योंकि ये हम उनको यहाँ पर लेके आए या यहाँ पर पैदा जब हुए, अब उन्होंने इसको आगे बढ़ाना है और उनके लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है कि वो इसको अंडरस्टैंड करें, इसको देखें, इसको फिर आगे लेके चलें। और ये चीज़ें जो हैं इन्हीं इंस्पिरेशनल इवेंट्स के साथ होती हैं, और मैं चाहता था कि ये अब हम नेक्स्ट स्टेप्स इसमें वर्कशॉप्स और इनके साथ one-on-ones वगैरह करके इन लोगों को आहिस्ता आहिस्ता आगे लेके जाएं, ताकि हम इनको इन पोजीशंस में डालें कि वो रेडी हो जाए नेक्स्ट लीडर्स बनने के लिए।
My name is Mohammed Shiban Azhar. I'm the president and founder of Untitled Society. So we were all here today in the APPAC Youth Leadership Forum event where Untitled Society participated and represented the youth in it. The biggest thing I think was that APPAC did accomplish was bringing the youth involved in the system. Not only did they just bring them to the event, they also inspired them with having leaders of the community, having elected officials as well, and all the other aspects, people from all leaders from all other aspects of life. So I think this event was very successful as well in regards to the participation, how everyone contributed, all the youth involvement, all the APPAC members and everything. So I thank APPAC as well, and I also thank TV1 News for coming out here and supporting this cause and this event as well. Thank you so much.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Basit and I attend University of Texas at Dallas. And coming from throughout all this school, from high school, junior high, and college, I've never seen anything, any event like this where they would go out and educate the youngsters. And we actually had voting registration going on outside. So that was really one of the, I think the event by itself, like the whole thing was just as successful itself. Getting the youth got a lot of exposure to what's going on in the world and how we should step up and the responsibilities that we have.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, my name is Rahil Mimin. One thing I like about this event is working with professional people, obviously, and working with professional, like future youth, obviously. And then overall, it went really well, and then got to meet city mayor, which was the best part, and that was total of the event that I experienced.
So my name is Shiraz. I'm a media director at Untitled Society, and this event. So basically, we don't participate in politics in Pakistan and in US too. The young generation should participate in politics. Mayor of Irving was here, so we should vote in the next election in Pakistan too and in USA too. Thank you.
अस्सलामुअलैकुम बरकातहू। मेरा नाम है सफ़ी मलिक। मैं ये APPAC का volunteer था. I basically help people with their tables. I basically ushered them table. I believe that APPAC is a very good platform, especially with the youth. With the midterms coming up, we need to motivate these kids to go and vote.
मेरा नाम बुशर बड़ाइच है और आज का ये प्रोग्राम हमने ख़ास तौर पे मुनक़िद किया था अपनी नौजवान नस्ल के लिए, ताकि उनको इस बात की आगाही हो कि इस वक्त जो भी चैलेंजेस हैं मुसलमानों को और पाकिस्तानियों को स्पेशली यहाँ पे, और ख़ास तौर पर सिविल इंगेजमेंट के हवाले से कि वो पॉलिटिकली एक्टिविज़म जो उनसे उनके अंदर आए। तो यही आज के प्रोग्राम का हमारा मोटो था कि उनको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा इस हवाले से अवेयरनेस दी जाए, और बड़ा सक्सेसफुल प्रोग्राम रहा है। इट it was a huge success. Over 400 people showed up today, और उसमें अक्सरियत youth की थी, उनके parents की थी, और I think this was a big achievement. I mean, this was a wonderful program today.
Naeem Sakia. I'm an attorney by profession, and I'm today attending the event organized by the American Pakistani Political Action Committee, which was a very successful program, very well attended and very well informative. We had an opportunity to listen to a lot of elected officials who are serving on city boards, different city councils, and they shared their stories with us. It was very inspiring to hear their stories, the kind of struggles they had to overcome, and eventually they made it. We had a lot of youth, young people from the community who attended this event, and I think that would be a good motivational event for them. APPAC should continue with these events. Thank you.